You're listening to the Trading Bear podcast. This is episode 32, The Daily Show.
Mystery player. Position.
Forward.
Start price.
33p.
Current price.
81p.
PB.
16p.
MB.
0.
Dividend yield.
20.2%.
Welcome back, thanks for joining in. In the news today, top Portuguese talents João Felix and Bruno Fernandes have been highly praised by Jose Mourinho, with the once chosen one stating, "Both players are fantastic, great talents, and they can play for any team in the world." Felix currently has a €120 million release clause with Benfica, who are keen to improve that, with Felix currently contracted with the Lisbon club until 2023. Bruno Fernandes perhaps the more likelier to move then in this summer, but don't expect that to stop the rumours of Felix, with Felix himself adding last month in an interview with Marca, "My dream has always been to play for the biggest clubs in Europe. Spain or England? I would prefer to play in Spain." Talking of England, Chelsea boss Maurizio Sarri has finally admitted that Callum Hudson-Odoi is ready to play. "In my opinion, he is our future," said Sarri. "He will probably start tomorrow or in the next match." And on the back of this alone, Callum Hudson-Odoi has gone up 10p today to stand at £4.56. Stand by for more rockets then if he nets the first goal tomorrow. And after a recent bad run, Mönchengladbach have decided not to offer current boss Dieter Hecking another deal when his current deal runs out this June. Now, depending on his replacement, this is possibly good news then for the likes of Football Index favourites Torgan Hazard, Jonas Hoffmann and Nico Elvaldi. So possible rises in the future, especially for Torgan Hazard. Let's have a look at who else has gone up in price today then. And we start with Real Madrid French defender Raphael Varane. Varane's gone up 13p today and now it sits at 88p. And this is all down to the fact that Varane has stated he wishes to leave Real Madrid after feeling that he's achieved all he can there. Despite only being 25, Varane has already won 2 La Liga titles, 4 Champions Leagues, the Copa del Rey, the European Super Cup on 3 separate occasions, and on top of this club success, he's also added the World Cup to his collection and is looking for a new challenge. Well, Varane, if it's a new challenge you're looking for, get yourself down to Carrow Road, you're welcome at Norwich anytime. Today's second riser is quite possibly one of the most underrated players in the Premier League currently, and it's Bournemouth's Scottish international winger Ryan Fraser. Fraser's gone up 9p today and now sits at 71p. He currently has the 7th highest amount of assists in any PB league this season, and with the greatest respect to Bournemouth, that's playing in a small mid-table team. With 10 assists so far this campaign, along with 6 goals, that's the same amount of assists as Christian Eriksen, 1 less than Paul Pogba, and 1 more than recent PB golden boy Tej Chevanah. So why the rise today then? Well, according to the Times, so a fairly reliable source then, Arsenal are rumoured to be monitoring the 25-year-old as a direct replacement for lone flop Denis Suarez. Should that come off, then that would be a great move. In my opinion, a player that could fly in the future. So Fraser and Varane, joining the likes of Callum Hudson-Odoi, Harry Kane and Rodrigo in the risers list. Who therefore is top of the fallers list today? Well, it's Manchester City's informed striker Sergio Aguero. Aguero has fallen down 4p today and now sits at £1.72 on the back of the slight injury he's carrying that will see him miss tomorrow's match against Cardiff. Although Guardiola is hopeful he'll return at the weekend for the FA Cup semi-final match against Brighton. On the back of Aguero's absence, Gabriel Jesus has been confirmed as starting and his price has gone up 5p and he now sits at £1.84. Now today's second faller was going to be Philippe Coutinho, who at the time of myself creating the notes for this episode had also dropped 4p. But I found that price drop quite frankly bizarre, and indeed that point was proven as the drop was soon eradicated, with Coutinho scoring the first goal in Barcelona's match tonight away to struggling Villarreal. A player with great PB potential, who seems to be getting more minutes now in the absence of Dembele, and if he's not getting minutes, he's constantly getting linked with a move away, quite often to Manchester United. So not much not to like there, and as I said before, just a bizarre drop. And on that note, let's head into some of your questions. And today's first question comes from Lee H on Twitter, and Lee asks, Who was your first 100% player? So 100% player, for those listening that perhaps don't fully understand the question, is a player you bought for £3, for example, who then rose to £6, and hence in the process has made you 100% profit. Of course, you'd have to close that trade and sell that player to activate that profit. Now, believe it or not, I'm actually still waiting to achieve that golden landmark. This is 90% down to my trading style and strategy, where I usually only hold on to a player for 3 to 4 weeks before selling and moving targets. And hence the player sells before we actually reach that 100% target. The closest trade I currently hold, who would activate that 100% club, is Callum Hudson-Odoi. Should he rise another 11p and hit £4.68, well then you know I've got my first 100% player. I'm certainly not in the league of some traders, Big Don for example, who I believe not only has a 100% player, but indeed a 1000% player in Luka Jovic. I'll file that question under my work to do list then. Today's second question comes from Ollie Colgate via email. Thanks for listening, Ollie, and sending in your question. And Ollie asks, I've only been on the platform since November 2018, but I've already seen lots of trends, from the initial in-play dividend introduction, to the PB players in January, and more recently to the young youth hype players trend. What do you expect to be the next trend? Well, the next trend, Ollie, I expect has already actually began, and that's the trend to buy those players being linked with a summer transfer. The heavy hitters here, the likes of Hazard, Neymar, Mbappe, Coutinho, the 2 Portuguese players I spoke about earlier in the show, Felix and Fernandes, are all being bought ahead of the summer moves, and I expect this to increase on the back of the mystery media bonus announcement to be shared in a couple of weeks' time on April the 15th. All we know at this stage then, as to what exactly that entails, is from the following extract given by CEO Adam Cole during the share split implementation recently. And Adam shared the following. In addition to the share split in the new dividend structure, we will be unveiling a series of special promotions for the summer months. These initiatives will be announced on the 15th of April, as we have plenty for traders to digest with today's announcement. And that was referring to the share split, of course. So the next trend, those players with a high media profile. And that's it for this episode. You can download and subscribe to the show on iTunes, Spotify and Podbean. Head over to the website to send in a question, tradingbearpodcast.com. Alternatively, you can find me on Index Gain or Twitter under the name Trading Bear. Thanks for listening and stay tuned for the mystery player.
Mystery player. Position.
Forward.
Start price.
33p.
Current price.
81p.
PB.
16p.
MB.
0.
Dividend yield.
20.2%.
Trading Bear. Today's mystery player was Atalanta striker, Duvan Zapata.